Hi guys, Dr. Callahan here. So this is actually your hybrid day, and so every day that you're in this class, you guys will have 3 questions for warm-up. So make sure you guys have your warm-up log. If your sub hasn't given it to you, that's okay. You can just write it on a separate piece of paper until I get there, and in which case I will give that to you. So here's your first question. What was your grade last year in math? Write it on the upper left corner. Number 2, what do you think the purpose of a warm-up log is? What do you think teachers use it? What is the purpose of having that before a lesson? And then how many warm-up log questions are there? Where do you write it? And you will do this every day and for this class to be consistent. And lastly, what does this quote mean to you? Control your own destiny or someone else will. So make sure you guys either pause the video, go ahead and answer that. Okay, so essentially the purpose of the warm-up log is to get students prepared for class and get their thinking caps on for the day. So why do teachers bother doing it? It's not because we have nothing else to do. It's essentially to get your mind to start working, kind of like an icebreaker, kind of, you know, trying to get yourself motivated to get the day started. So you're going to have 3 questions every single day, Monday through Friday, whether it is hybrid learning or not. You guys will have this every single day. So that's 15 questions per week, and you're going to be doing this for 9 weeks. And I just realized that's spelled incorrectly, but anyways, that's okay. And so this will be due on week 9 Friday. So this is week 1 Tuesday, but week 9 Friday means that this will be due, and it's approximately 300 points. What does this quote mean to you? To me, it basically says that you are the person in charge of your situation. Everyone encounters barriers and tribulations in the process of life. However, really, it is up to you to control how your destiny ends. Your attitude matters in the end product of the process. This essentially is what your warm-up log would look like. If you look over here, it starts off on week 1 Monday, week 1 Tuesday, week 1 Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So you have 3 questions. Each question is worth 1 point. So by the end of this week, you should have 12 points. These are the breakdown of the 300 points. So the first one we have is participation. It's worth 100 points. Essentially, are you participating in class? Are you asking questions? Are you participating on MS Team? The second one is 100 points for preparation, as in like before I walk into the class, is your warm-up log out ready to go on top of your desk, in addition to having your work packet, which is your guided notes. Next one is the warm-up log itself. There will be 300 boxes filled out by week 9 Friday. Each question on the warm-up is worth 1 point. You have 3 questions a day, 15 questions a week. Okay, so the last time I saw you guys completed this. Just make sure you hold on to it. I will be collecting it from you upon return, but you guys did the scavenger hunt, the About Me profile. This is what the scavenger hunt looks like. You also did the comparison of the Venn diagram. So you should have that. Okay, so this is the breakdown of what we're going to be doing today for online learning. Well, we're not going to do the online activity because you guys can't touch anything together. I'll be going over the syllabus very quickly. You are going to find a new person in your group to do the new friend profile. And then lastly, I have a quizzes. This one right here is important. The tiny URL is right here. Keep in mind that capitalization does matter. And that's basically it. Okay, so your guided note looks like this. You can pause the video, go ahead and find another person and go ahead and fill this part out. When you're done with that, get started with a crossword puzzle right here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go over the syllabus for a second. So the gradebook breakdown is pretty simple. It is just A, B, C, D, F. Anything that's 59% or below, you will receive an F, unfortunately. There's nothing fancy. I don't give out A minuses or A plus pluses. It's just A, B, C, D, F. Pretty straightforward. This is kind of the breakdown. We have meeting standards, practicing standards, and then your final exam. So your meeting standards are going to be your quizzes and tests, and then your practicing standards are your homework and classwork, your warm-up block, and your participation. Your final exam will be at the very end of the school year, which will be in December, and that's 15%. Behavior rules, I have a 4-strike rule, pretty simple for the most part. Most of my kids are pretty good, so I don't anticipate to have any of the issues this year. But if I do, I usually ask you guys to step outside for a second and I give you like a self-reflection. There are 4 questions and you just kind of think about and reflect what happened and how can we resolve the issue. This is kind of the breakdown of everything that we do. We have the warm-up time, for the first 10 minutes, and then I go over the notes for about 20 minutes on the PowerPoint, and then we generally do like an activity and then an exit ticket at the end. So all the grades in this class is given to you from a score of 4 to 10. Okay, if you get a 10, that means you got everything correct, everything set up correctly. Everything that you did for that one skill is perfection. 9 means that you went ahead and set up the question correctly and you understood the concept, but there are maybe like a very, very minor error. So that's like a 90% or A minus. And 8 means that you set up the problems correctly, you understood the concept, but you do have a few errors. 7, this is what it means. If you get a 7 out of 10, it's like a C. A D is a 6 out of 10. A 5 basically means that you showed up to my class, but you didn't bother doing anything. So it's 0 mastery. And then if you do receive a 4 on something, it just means that you were not even there in class. Okay, so 4 to 10. Okay, so if you are next to someone, you maintain your social distancing, but maybe you can go ahead and complete the profile of somebody next to you. And when you're done with that, I have a quizzes that I would like you guys to work on. It is going to be on Introduction to Statistics. It is the link right here on this very bottom, and you guys can go ahead and get started with that. If you're done with it, there is a Quizlet activity. It says, what is statistics? You can go on to this part right here as well. That's basically it. You guys, thank you for staying here with me.